Welcome to the Lime and Joy community, the channel that helps you break free from debt and set up a plan for financial freedom. In just a moment, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of the budget, and I'm going to unveil to you a secret of how to feel richer without making an extra dime. But first, I want to point out that 61% of people are still living paycheck to paycheck. Even people making $100,000 a year, 49% of them are still living paycheck to paycheck, according to Forbes magazine. The good news is a budget can transform your financial future. Look, I'm testimony to this. Before I had a budget in place, making the same amount of money as I do now, I wasn't able to pay my bills. I couldn't go and do the things I wanted to with my kids. It was a disaster and I hated doing bills. But since doing a budget, it's completely transformed my life. This is why I want to share it with you guys, because it's exciting to see this transformation in my own life, and I'm hoping it'll transform yours too. Having this clear budget put in place will tell your money where to go and will give you the freedom to spend the money on the things you actually need to, and even save up for those things that you've dreamed of. So let's go ahead and jump into the budget for this month. All right, let's just jump into this budget. Go ahead and get whatever you need. I'm gonna definitely get a candle, but get yourself coffee, your planner, or a piece of paper, whatever it takes to get your budget all set up. That way we can get this conquered for the month of October well and be successful with our budgeting. Okay, and definitely coffee is on my list every time. If you've been here in the Lime and Joy community for a little while, you already know that. Okay, so let's get straight into here. We're gonna go to the month of October. I can't believe we're already in October. It's kind of exciting because fall is absolutely my favorite. All right, let me get all set up here. Absolutely, absolutely my favorite. I can't believe summer's gone, but for that I'm thankful because I just love every season, and October is definitely fall season, one of my favorite. Okay, I have my 5 paychecks planned out. Whatever paychecks you have, I would go ahead and label them into some sort of grid so you can have a clear picture of what your month looks like. And then I just have some things that I want to think about before planning. So unique things to consider for the month of October. We have a birthday on the 25th. I have a birthday on the 24th. So we're going to write birthday. So those things to consider, we'll put that under the special occasions. 2 birthdays for my husband and my eldest son. Okay, and then for budget updates, my husband's paycheck went from $5,500 a month over to $6,200 a month. So that's fantastic. Great increase there. And then things I'm going to consider also is we have Halloween, right? I can think of this. And what else? I think so maybe some harvest parties to save up for school. And the fair is here. Fair always comes in the beginning of fall for us. We're here in California, so that's exciting there too. And I think that's all the things that I have to consider this month for my plan. So next we're gonna go ahead and get straight in the budget. So like I said, we are in October. And the total income now is, let's see, I have 2 paychecks. It kind of varies a little bit here, but it's about $1,500 each there. Another 2 paychecks for $1,000 each, so we'll do $2,000 there. And then his was $6,200, so we're looking at $11,200. About. Okay, and now we're just going to go through the budget, and I want you to remember why we do a closeout. It's mostly so we can plan better the next month and getting ourselves better and better every single month. So let's go back. Let's see here. Let's go back and see how we did last month. Looks like I had a few categories that I made notations on that we need to do better this month. First one is cable for $75. So I had put 70, but it was actually 75. So I want to go ahead and change that budget. Also, looks like my Kohl's credit card used to be 50. It just pays like auto pay the minimum, and now it's at 91. So we're gonna make it 100. I am gonna look into that and see if maybe I had the the minimum pay set up incorrectly, and that's why it's more, because I haven't spent more money on it. So that's weird, but I'm going to look into that. Good reminder for me there. And then looks like Amazon, I had just miswrote it. I put 50, but it was actually 150. I think I just made a mistake. So we'll put that there. All right, let's go ahead and go to the top. My tithing's $1,100. And then I have my gasoline set at $7.50. And the way I got these numbers is over the last few months, when I've been doing my budget, I budgeted $7.50, and then I can go ahead and add it up week by week, and it looks like my gasoline was $7.58, and the month before it was a little bit less. So I feel like $7.50 is a good number. If it goes up much more than the allotted amount, though, I'll change it next time. But I think $7.50 is safe. Groceries, I have set at 1,000, and it looks like last month we spent 956, so that was perfect. We're gonna go for 1,000 again. And I just want to encourage you, wherever you live, I'm sure you're being affected by a little bit of inflation. I know I am. When I went to Walmart, we have like a Save Mart here, Safeway, Vons. It just seems like even the discount stores are a little bit more expensive right now. So be really strategic in your food budgeting and planning. One, planning meals. Planning meals makes it so that there's less waste and you actually know what to make, which is kind of nice and fun to play with new recipes, but also where you can save more money. So I'm going to link a video right here where I use e-meals, paired with Walmart pickup, so I don't go inside and do any impulse spending in the grocery store. I only order what I've, planned for, and then I order it through Ibotta and upload the receipt to Fetch. So I'm making money off of each one. And believe it or not, I actually just cashed out my Ibotta for, I think I made $50 over the last few months. My Fetch, another $50. And so I'm putting that towards Christmas and buying Christmas presents, making things a little bit easier, but you could even put it towards your next grocery bill so that you're cutting down your costs. So it's important to use the apps we have at hand to save money. My mortgage is still $24.50. Dyslexia school for my oldest son is $7.95. And then cable we increased to $75. My subscriptions is still $80. And Illuminations is $35. It's a Bible translation, fund that I donate to. Phone bill, I think I allotted $300 last time, but it's pretty much set back in stone at $267. It had gone up and down because my husband went to Europe, and those out of country plans are expensive. My electric or Capital One bill, so when I pay off a credit card, instead of cutting it up, I put it in my safe so I have no more access to it, make sure it's removed from all my accounts, and I put on revolving bills. And that's just simply my PG&E bill or my electric bill goes towards my card. It gets paid automatically at the beginning of the month by my card, and then 2 weeks later, my auto bill pay from my bank pays that bill. And that's set at $200 because I have solar now. My Vivint Citizen Pay, my security system, is about $104. My ECU credit card is set at $200. My car payment is $313. And then my car insurance city credit card, again, it's that auto bill pay to keep the card going for credit but not to use, so it's in my safe as well. That's set at $260 because that's how much my car insurance is. Home Depot, I have set at $100, but if you haven't seen my last video, go ahead, I'll link it here. I completely messed up this credit card, and I thought that I had allotted enough to pay off this zero pay that I had to do for some home repairs, but yeah, nope, I messed up. Watch that. Definitely have conversations with your loved ones, your partner, your husband, regarding your bills, because I hadn't in a little bit. And when I did an update, he's like, hey, why that one's messed up? And so definitely, make sure you're having conversations and going over your bills with your partner so that you're staying on track. Okay, my Kohl's, I increased that one because it increased last month. My solar is going to be $165. My car wash is $32. Gabb Kids Phone, which is just an new internet-based smartphone. It looks just like a smartphone, but it has no internet. It's fantastic. Pest control is 40. My easy loan is 115. Sally Mae, that me and my daughter split to pay off things, is 250. Looks like we already increased the Amazon back to what it was supposed to be, which is 150. And my water and trash is, let's see here, 120. BTC, a local sex trafficking, combating sex trafficking organization, I give 50 towards. I'd really love to increase that, so I'm just going to be thoughtful about that and think about that because it's a huge epidemic in our country. Okay, Banfield is for Mr. Coda, and it's going to get 40, and my Garner is going to get 120. Okay, I'm going to quickly add this up, and then I will let you know how much we're at. The total income we have right here was $11,200. Let's see how much my total expenses are. Okay, looks like 8,951. So let's take that 11,200 minus 8,951. Okay. And there we are with that. We have 2,249 left after my bills. Now these are all auto-paid bills. They're just set up to auto-pay in my account and they just keep going. I do the closeout, and anything that I changed on here, I went and made sure that I changed on there if it was, bill pay, and if it's auto-pay, of course, it's pulling correctly. And making sure that you have those account balances correct is really important. Otherwise, you might end up, bill paying not enough and getting, late fees and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you're, maintaining that as well. All right, once this is all set up, then we're going to go ahead and go over to my monthly breakdown of all my other monies, and we're going to take this leftover amount and put it right up here so that I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. That's $2,249, and I increased this $1,400 because he got a pay increase, and I probably will increase it even more next month. I just want to kind of see how this month goes, but if there's a lot left over, then I will be increasing it again next month. Okay, so let's take this $2,249 and let's minus the $1,400. That's a good starting point. That's my debt snowball. All right, sorry, $2,249 minus $1,400 equals $849. Okay, so that's gonna go right here. That's the total right here. Sorry, $1,400 right here. We're only doing one debt snowball, and then the leftover was $849. Now, when I first did my budget, I kind of broke these all down with what I had left. Just anybody who's beginning doing this, you're starting this, you just take what you have left and divide it by your categories, put them all in there. But then once you get better at it, you're going to kind of see how much money you're able to put into these categories. And the best place to do that is based off of your last closeout. So here's my closeout. I had budgeted for $1,200 and I actually paid $1,300 towards my snowball, so $1,400 is going to be good with that increase. My cash envelopes looks like I planned for $420, and that's indeed what I did. So that seems like that worked well. Let's do that again. I will quickly just input these numbers for you so you don't have to wait. Okay, so I put all those in, same as last time. That's equaling 420. So now I'm going to take my leftover 849 and minus the 420. We now have 429 left to work with my sinking funds. These are my high priority short-term sinking funds. So things like car maintenance, haircuts, these are things I just can't afford out of one paycheck. When we do haircuts for my boys, because I have 5 boys, including my husband, that's $125, $130 easily. So I make sure to save up for that. And then my car maintenance, and I like to just keep that moving going, and pet care for Mr. Coda. He gets groomed. Sometimes I pay my son, sometimes I take him to the groomer, so that's an ongoing expense. And then business expenses, health subscriptions, and I've been asked before, does my husband get money? Yes, he does, and that comes out of my sinking funds right here. These are my cash envelopes, and so he'll come and pull out of this sinking fund here for himself, and I do a little bit from every paycheck, and then in the beginning of the month, he'll pull it. So For October 1st, he went and pulled it. When I stuffed my cash wallet, he went and stuffed his own wallet with all the spending money he has for the month. Of course, we do groceries and we do gasoline out of our checking account because, like I said before, Fetch and Ibotta, I actually make money off of them. So doing them with cash would be a disservice to us. But we do have a, targeted amount that we both spend, and we text each other the moment we spend it. So for instance, if I went to the grocery store and spent 100, I would say, hey, I spent 100, such and such left. And we kind of have an ongoing dialogue of how much is left. So that's what works for us. You have to figure out what works for you. I've also thought about putting a tab in his wallet that he can kind of keep track with, but he's not like a pens kind of guy. He's more of a text it and wants an update before he goes into the store. So that's what works for us. I'm going to go ahead and fill out these numbers again based off of this. What's interesting is that I had allotted 90, but I actually did 185. So I was completely off on my sinking funds amount. We're going to go based off of what I actually did last month, not what I planned. So I actually put 185 in these sinking funds. So that's what we're going to actually put in there. I think I might even increase my hubby's because it's October and it's his birthday month and I want him to be able to have spending money. So let me go do that real quick for you guys. Okay, so I did a little bit different this time. I was kind of thinking through some things. I'm trying to beef up my car maintenance again, and I didn't need as much money in pet care because I had some left over, so I lowered that a little bit. But I increased my health account because I wanted to buy this serum from Purity Woods that kind of helps like age serum for your face because it's all organic and natural, and I just love their products. I love the way they smell. I love the way they work. And so I'm a huge fan. If you've never heard of them, I now am affiliate for them. So I'll put them in a link below. I do get commission for it. But I gotta be honest, they're just a great product. And so I'd only, support it and tell you guys if I really truly believed in the product. And I do. Putting stuff on your body that has chemicals is just been detrimental to people in this world. We put on toxins in a shampoo, conditioners, and deodorant, and even when we wash our dishes with Dawn soap, I was reading it the other day, even that has food coloring in that absorbs through our body. So there's just toxins everywhere. And so finding something that I can put on my face and have anti-aging properties that isn't toxic, to me is a game changer. It really is. So I put a little bit extra aside from that, start saving up for a little bit more for that one, subscriptions, and then I increased my hubbies a little bit. So let's actually see how much we're working with. We have 40, 30, 5 and 40 and 5, so 50 and 25 and 45. Okay. So 190 is what I actually am going to do this month. So we're taking that 429 and minusing the 190. This is going to give me $239 left over. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put some in my scratcher, which is what I just do at the end of every cash stuffing. And these are for, birthdays, Christmas, things that I need sinking funds for. And then some long-term savings and my 1 month ahead. I don't know if you've watched my video 1 month ahead, but I got to be honest, guys. I got so distracted with life that I haven't been doing it, and I'm so bummed because I need to hit the ground running. So technically, I had figured out that if I just put a little bit aside, let's see, $44.08 every paycheck, that I would be able to get this all done in 3 years. I'm going to recalculate this for a more doable amount for me. So for now, what I think I'm going to do is the 239 divided by 3, which is about 79 bucks each. So let's go ahead and, okay, so 79 and 79, and that would make this to be 81. Which is still not going to get me to where I want. So I'll show you guys next time how I change my monthly amount to 81 and see how long it would take me to get 1 month ahead, but I'm just going to start throwing some money at it, and I might even consider adding 1 month ahead into a sinking fund for next year. I'm starting to contemplate what I want to do next year, what my goals are, making a vision board. I'm excited to share that with you guys because I think having just a real outlook of what you're doing next year will help us succeed financially, just like budgeting does help us succeed financially. Okay, let's go ahead and put all these totals in. So after bills, we had $2,249. Let's do that, 2,249. Okay, and then the debt snowball was $1,400. My cash envelopes ended up being $420. My sinking funds were doing $190, and oh, I didn't add this up. So we have, oh yeah, I did, $239. That's right. I just broke it up, didn't I, guys? Come on now. $239 right here. Let me make sure I did this right, because y'all know I have camera math stage fright that gets me all messed up, because I'm thinking about what to say as I'm doing math. These are hard things to do, but guys, I did it. Zero base budget is where we're at. So this is my plan for October. Make sure you're planning for every dollar to have a home. Think about what you did great last month and what you can do better this month, and plan accordingly. Because you know what? The real secret, the secret that I spoke of in the beginning, is by having a budget put in place and managing your finances wisely, you can feel richer, more financially secure, and ultimately you're going to have more free from burdens of debt. And it's really not about earning more, it's about managing what you have efficiently. Listen, years ago when I started having kids, I was super good at budgeting, and I have to be honest, I was just as free as I am now with 3 times the amount of money, because I was really wise then. In between, we unfortunately faced a lot of medical difficulties and a lot of medical debt with my daughter being in the hospital, and we got off track. I'm so thankful to be back on track, budgeting, paying off debt, and giving myself that financial freedom, because it just helps with stress and of everything else in our life. Once you got your finances in place and everything budgeted, this will hopefully create more freedom for you to be able to focus on your friends and family and things that are important. But if you're really wanting to increase that money flow, I totally understand. I will go ahead and put a video here that I made that shows you how to do just that. As always, I want you to find joy in your journey, and I'll see you next time.